Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. As Anglia Ruskin's Academic Registrar, it is both my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Cambridge Corn Exchange for this morning's ARU graduation ceremony. We've all gathered here this morning to celebrate the success of the class of 2019. The origins of graduation ceremonies can be traced back to the 15th century, and the tradition has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step. And graduation symbolizes the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to symbolize their transition to this new role. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of our ceremony, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates to the community of scholars, and as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring our ceremony to a close. During proceedings, those graduating with higher research awards will have their hoods placed upon them by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So, now all the introductions are over, we can begin our formal proceedings. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Aletta Norval, to address you all. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
Distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, colleagues. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it's my very great pleasure to join you at your graduation ceremony today. First of all, to all of those who are graduating today, my congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It's an opportunity for each of you to take stock, reflect, and celebrate your achievements to date, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity and the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. The passion, energy, and commitment that led you to undertake your ARU degree and gave you the strength and resilience to succeed in that task can now be applied to building your careers and realizing your aspirations. Whether your future lies in education, health, social care, business, law, science, technology, or the arts, with your passion and your expertise, you really now can make a big difference, helping society address the challenges that we all face, nationally and globally. And we will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you to develop the skills, confidence, and determination to influence and lead your professions, to promote change, and to achieve your ambitions. As well as serving our students, we at ARU are fully committed to serving our region and the communities in which we are based. Economic development, social inclusion, business support, tackling health inequalities, these are all fundamentally important elements of our mission, transforming lives through innovative, inclusive, and entrepreneurial action and research. And our reach extends well beyond the eastern region in which we are based. We're a genuinely global community of students and researchers. We attract students from over 170 countries, and they flourish with us because they find a second home here. And our researchers, too, have global reach and impact. Our Vision and Eye Research Institute, for example, is leading life-changing research into the avoidance and management of diabetic retinopathy across South Asia. And our colleagues in our Medical Technology Research Center have recently won funding to develop accurate and affordable wearable technology to monitor the respiratory rates of newborn infants in refugee camps. So in our research, as in our education, we have real, tangible impacts on people's lives, and that's something of which we can all be proud. The last academic year has been very successful for ARU. We opened our new School of Medicine in Essex, opened law clinics in Cambridge and Chelmsford, became the UK's second largest university provider of degree apprenticeships. We were named one of the top 150 universities in the world for health education, and we were chosen to host the 2020 British Science Festival. Our researchers have won grants from world-class funders, including the European Research Council, the Leverhulme Trust, the Alzheimer's Society, and the Medical Research Council. And our awards include a Churchill Fellowship, an OBE, and a BAFTA nomination. And our students too have won innumerable prizes, including the Victoria and Albert Illustration Award, Royal Television Society Award, and the Chartered Management Institute's Apprentice of the Year Award. But above all, we define our success as a university by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni, because the support we receive from our alumni and our friends really matters, adding value to the education we provide to our students and supporting our researchers to push boundaries. So please, help us build links with your networks and your professions and spread the word about your university. Before I close, I would like to pay special tribute to your family and friends who have provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them our sincere gratitude. I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues, the staff right across Anglia Ruskin University, for their tireless commitment and professionalism, and their profound contribution to all of your courses. So once again, my sincerest congratulations to you all. I do hope you enjoy your day. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you, and please do stay in touch. ARU is your university for life, and our success and your success are inextricably intertwined. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, thank you. So now we come to our main business for this morning's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And I now call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Sally Wade, to come to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Wade.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Arts and Humanities, Desireen Clarissa Kwabi. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Arts and Humanities, Nell Dean. Sophie Isabel Fitzwater. Simon Lee Gardner. Henrietta Hermione Zoe Jane Hames. Alejandro Larios. Dan Moreton. Sorry, it's Natasha. No. It's Henry. Right. Henry Shaw. Natasha Swain. Tan Carlin. Nancy Tereko Nefta Cruz. Rezwana Udin. And Andrew Watson. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology, Megan Almond. Letitia Mariana Alves. No. Victoria Balagova, James Bean, Ashley Blackburn, James Blythe, Robbie Bowles, Emily Chappell, no, Kelly Davis, Corel Rianne Davis, that's a nice name, Precious Amika, Lewis Matthew Thomas Fieldstead, Alexandra Forsyth, Amber Rose Francis, Katie Graves, Annabelle Hall, Georgia Holmes, and Phoebe Hyde. Also receiving the Philip Lotes Prize for the Best Major Project in Criminology, Alice Kathleen Jones. Francesca Jones, Nikita Mariathas, Safia Subira Mousi, Christy Mayers, Beth McKay, Laura Mitchell, Laura Mersel, Benjamin Page, Kaylee Rayson, Holly Rippon, Hannah Louise Robson, Kieran Shafiq, Bayan Sheriff Hussein Sheriff, Fern Smith, Molly Louise Stocker, Kaya Thompson, Carl Todd, Katie Tomlin, Charlotte Waugh, Daisy Winch-Furness, yes. For the award of a Masters of Arts Criminology, William Amisa. Trina Christine Briggs, Maureen Juliet Faulkner, Levi Rukea Timothy Frostick, Stephanie Gomez, Angelica Ilya, Abby Sean Jones. And also receiving the Jessie Forbes Prize for Best MA Major Project, Jasmine Joyce Lyle. Denitza. Are you Denitza? No. Oh, Vicky Ann Pollard. No Claire? Yes, not here. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Criminology and Sociology, Safia Arian. Omar Bates. Alwina Chand. Archie Clark. Daisy May Cohen-Brown. Louise Daly. Alice Elks. Emma Goldsmith. Paige Herdman. Diamond James. Taylor Lewis Bungay. Megan Lloyd. Daisy March. Christina Marshall. Jordan Mason. Rachel Alata Boson. Ranisha Samuel. Jasmine Claire Whistler. Archie Wiggs. And also receiving the Cheyenne Williams Prize for Best Major Project in Criminology and Sociology, Shanice Winter. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology and Criminology, Demi Ashton. Chelsea Brunt. Lewis Cutts. Yasmin Denton. Also receiving the prize for the Best Major Project in Psychology and Criminology, Megan Hook. Oana Indres. Patricia Yagotitz. Tabitha Claire Murphy. Lauren Oji. Luca Pellegrino. Anisha Rahitaran. And Robin Amber Stiff. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History, Sophia Axtell. Callum Barker. Harry Bingham. Emily Blunt. Lisa Marie Brooks. Max Calder. Harriet Capel. Harry Charles Feary, Shannon Fryer, Alexander Elliott Gordon, Alexander Grice, George Harris, Courtney Hart, Callum Hatch, Hannah Hawkins, Oliver Jennings, Rose Kim, Jessica Ladani, Matthew James Macaulay, Yasmin Mao, Grace Christina Martin, Robert Main, Erin McConkey, Joseph McConnell, Ashley Scott Abink, Matthew Setchfields, John Paul Stevens. Also receiving the Thomas Davis History Prize and the prize for Best Major Project in History, Sophie Louise Wilson. Liberty Wamford Scott. For the award of Bachelors of Arts Politics, Madeleine Claire Ballard Cato. For the award of Bachelors of Arts with Honours Politics, Joseph Bunkle. Morgan Evans. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Arts Public Service, Alex Blackham. Harriet Jane King. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Public Service, Dean Michael Lee Boyd. Rhys Bush. Martin Daninsky. Alex Jake David Mead. Macaulay Mitchell. Edgar Pansims. Howard Scott. Oresta Sursnight. Mayreed Smythe. Natalie Vincent. And Caroline Wakaria. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Philosophy, Zoe Adams. Also receiving the Justin Wan Memorial Prize and the Sinead Moodley Prize for Best Major Project in Philosophy and English Literature, Harry Nathan Bailey. Guled Ahmed Ibrahim Abdallah Osh. Ewan Castell. Jacob Cunningham. Maximilian Robert Arthur Fernando. Lauren Michelle Godfrey. Chelsea Gray. Samuel David John Hosking. Cameron Merchant. Hannah Lucy Place. Joshua Henry Sears Saunders. Aidan Spiteri. Elena Svarka. Natasha Tubb. Ruby Rose Ware. David Wyatt. We have now come to the posthumous award of Bachelors of Arts with Honours in Philosophy for Sinead Moodlier, and Sinead parents will cross the stage to acknowledge the award. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Professional Doctorate, with a thesis entitled A Theological Inquiry into My Practice of Co-Curating the Eucharist with Children, Trudy Elizabeth Morris. For the award of Professional Doctorate with a thesis entitled Exploring the Journey Towards Women's Empowerment in a Chinese Congregation in Hong Kong, Yuet Ling Elaine Yip. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Robert Southey's Kaleidoscope, the Doctor, Sabina Akram. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Identity Construction in the Furry Fandom, Jessica Ruth Austin. for the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Town, Gown and Countryside, The Impact of War on Cambridgeshire Communities 1914 to 1918, Joanna Elise Costin. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled An Assessment of the Impact of Mass Media on the Implementation of Nigeria's Vision 2020, Joan Teruin Hassan. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Zimbabwe Ruins, a collection of short stories about land reform in Zimbabwe, and a critical commentary, Voices from the Zimbabwe Fast Track Land Reform, Kathy Higgins. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Professor Wade, thank you. We have many distinguished academic staff at ARU, and I should now like to ask one of them, Dr. Sean Lang, to come to the podium to offer a few words of reflection. Dr. Lang.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. What is the use of speaking if you have nothing to say? What is the use of being able to think if you have nothing to think of? So said John Ruskin, whose bicentenary we celebrate this year, when, in 1858, he opened the Cambridge School of Art. That School of Art has grown into this university and academic community, in whose name we proudly parade and celebrate today. And rightly so. For today is a proud day. Not just because of what each individual who crosses this stage has achieved. And every person you see crossing this stage is a success story, often overcoming considerable hurdles to get here. But because of what this graduation represents. In the 1950s, the percentage of young people who went to university was in the region of 3 to 4%. It has recently topped 50%. That massive expansion represents a veritable social revolution in this country, beyond anything Ruskin could have dreamed of. And you, my friends, are at its cutting edge. But before you set about changing the world, it is right to take a moment to reflect on what you have achieved, on what you have become. And that is what today is about. If you will allow me a moment of reminiscence, on my own graduation day, back in 1982, My parents did for me what perhaps yours may do for some of you. After the ceremony, they took me for tea to a rather posh hotel. And as we stood waiting for a table, me still in my gown and hood, an American lady came up to me, and in awestruck tones, and without even an excuse me, she just asked, "What does it mean?" Well, I was rather caught off guard at the time and couldn't think of anything particularly clever to say in response. But her question was absolutely right. For what indeed does it mean? Why have you given these crucial years of your lives to the pursuit of one course of study, to come out with a degree and letters after, and in some cases before, your names? How is graduating from Anglia Ruskin different from graduating from that other great and prestigious school of mass education, the University of Life? In some ways, of course, it isn't different at all. University is about much more than a course of study. It is an education in life and living, in managing money, paying rent and bills, and still having enough for your course, for your social life, and for food. Okay, and drink. It's about encountering and working alongside people from completely different backgrounds, from different parts of the country and of the world, and of different generations. In a very real sense, you are all graduates of the University of Life every bit as much as you are of Anglia Ruskin. Let me illustrate what I mean. A few years ago, a young woman walked across this stage to receive her degree in history. She nearly didn't make it this far. She came from a council estate in East London, and she found that leaving the environment where she had grown up and coming here to Cambridge was a big step, one she was by no means sure of. She found the work hard, her marks were disappointing, and her attendance began to drop away. And when I spoke to her, she was ready to give it all up and go back to Newham. I asked her what she wanted to do in Newham. She loved the neighbourhood, but she knew it needed change and that it needed people to fight for it, to stand up for it, to offer leadership to others who would not know how to provide it for themselves. She wanted to give that leadership. You can guess what followed. She came back on board. She attended lectures again. She submitted work on time. And on a day exactly like this, she graduated. She went back to Newham and she fought. She became a local councillor. She worked for a time at the House of Commons, and she now has a senior position in the Labour Party. Perhaps indeed we could do with more Anglia Ruskin graduates in the corridors of power, especially when you see the mess that the Oxford ones produce. She illustrates exactly what John Ruskin meant. To learn to read, to learn to think, to learn to speak. These are splendid things, but they can do little good if you have not learned to see below the surface, to see things in a wider or a longer context, to have an insight into why things are as they are, and to be aware of how they can be different. These are the attributes of the informed citizen, and used properly, they can make you, each one of you, a force to be reckoned with. That is what the academic robes you wear signify. They have come down to us from the habits and hoods of the monks who formed the first colleges and universities. They devoted themselves to understanding the world by studying its structure, by seeking new knowledge and new understanding, and by contemplating and reflecting on its meaning. They were animated by their faith, but faith without action is a poor thing. So they founded schools, they built hospitals and hostels, and they applied their knowledge to the service of all. Theirs was not learning for learning's sake, and neither must yours be. Well, that's about the robes. But what about the title you now hold? What does it mean to be a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts? Well, science means knowledge. Arts isn't too hard to grasp. It means mastering both knowledge and its application. But why bachelor? The word usually means a young unmarried man, which clearly cannot be the right meaning for everyone here today. The technical meaning in an academic or educational context is perhaps not very encouraging. It means one in training for, and who has by definition not yet got, a master's degree. Well, that sounds a bit negative, labelling you in terms of what you're not, the academic equivalent of an L plate. But there is another meaning to bachelor, which I think fits today rather better. It means a young knight. Indeed, you can still find Knight Bachelor among the titles of the orders of chivalry today. Now, knighthood seems to me a very good analogy for what all of you, yes, Masters of Arts and Doctors of Philosophy too, have received today. For knights go out into the world on a quest to uphold truth and defeat the forces of evil. There is no shortage of dragons today to be taken on and slain. So, when you hear wild assertions backed by nothing more than prejudice or ignorance, speak out. Challenge the ill-informed, the sweeping, the intolerant. Expose the specious, the shallow, the sort of lazy thinking that mistakes an internet meme for an argument. Recognize trash when you hear it. Make yourselves awkward and uncomfortable and, yes, unpopular with those who would rather you kept quiet. Because in the end, it is not the difference your degree makes to your life that matters, but the difference your degree makes to the lives of others. So to go back to my American lady, what does it mean? What difference should your degree make? I want to suggest 5 ways. 1, question. Question those in power or those who preach nonsense, especially dangerous nonsense. But question also those you support, those with whom you sympathize or agree. The best friend is a critical friend. And there is no better way to strengthen the right than to question and test it. And you must do this, because very few others will. 2, listen. No matter how much you know, no matter how expert your grasp, you always have something to learn from others. And if you have listened to others, you will have something to say worth listening to. Remember that the sign of an educated mind is not that it boasts of what it knows, but that it is humbled by how much it still has to learn. 3, argue. Use the intellectual skills you have honed and sharpened here. Arm yourself in evidence, in knowledge, in insight, and use them. Intellectual argument is a formidable weapon in the hands of those who know how to use it. Be of their number. 4, protect. Not everyone has your advantages. Not everyone can argue or speak for themselves. Not everyone has your knowledge or your expertise. If you are an elite, and you are, it is because you have a responsibility, a duty, to protect those who are not. Never forget this. Never fail in it. And 5, lead. As a university graduate, you will find that others will look to you for leadership, for guidance, for reassurance, and rightly so. Because if you don't lead, others will do instead, and you may not like the direction in which they take you. So find the voiceless, the weak, the powerless, and be their champion. Stand up, stand out. Be prepared to say no when everyone else is saying yes. And if you do want to say yes, say it because you believe it, not because everyone else says it. It may take courage, but you will find that standing for right brings a courage of its own. You are young knights, bachelors and masters of arts of a university of which we can all be very proud. When you go out of those doors at the back, you are going out not just into the world, you are going into battle, and let the world know your caliber. You can be proud of what you have achieved at Anglia Ruskin, and we are certainly very proud of you. And you can be prouder still of what you go on to do with it. But there is just time for tea in a posh hotel before you go.
Dr. Lang, thank you. We now continue with our main business for this morning's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And once again, I call upon Pro-Vice Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Sally Wade, to return to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Wade.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Philosophy and English Literature, Roisin Montgomery. Miranda Stanescu. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Literature, Amelia May Adams. Gianna Bacanos. Alexandria Barker. Bethan Bird. Bethany Clark. Megan Page Clark. Danny Gibson. Ewan Goddard. Alexandra Grabash. Megan Hageman. Kezia May Gillian Howlett. Gracie Rose Legg. Erin Jessica Lewis. Chloe Ludford. Alina Matthew. Hannah Miller. Natasha Jade Moore. Nazaran Ozoy. Also receiving the Best Performance in BA Honours English Literature Prize, Georgia Rosides. Katie Sharples. Amy James Smith. Bronte Taylor. And Bronte Taylor. For the award of Masters of Arts English Literature, Sandra Clare Brownlee. Amber Mary Kinnair. Gabriella Claire Ramsey. And Jodie Roberts. This one here. For the award of Masters of Arts Children's Literature, Emily Laura Button. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Drama, Lydia Frances Bolard Cato. For the award of Master of Arts Science Fiction and Fantasy, Anthony John Hodgson Curran. Ellie Taylor. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours English Language and also receiving the BA Honours Major Project in English Language Studies Prize, Flavia Bartoletti. Jacob Zarowski. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours English Language and English Language Teaching, Sophie Victoria Barker. Gabrielle de Nerona Zanavello. Sergio De Micoli. Liberty Jones. Beth Rester. Giada Roncalato. Megumi Yamamoto. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours English Language and Linguistics, Freya Lily Beaumont. Sue Butler. Millie Chambers. Sarah Florence Clark. And also receiving the BA Honours Major Project in English Language and Linguistics Prize, Neil James Connor. Daniel Cudmore. Catherine Griffiths. Georgina Margaret Griffiths. Charlotte Hayden. Nicole Horn. Emily Kitchen. Natalia Connecha. Alice Linford. Melissa Mazzani. Eden Prowse. Rebecca Grace Robin Shirley. Bernadette Simon. Iga Yusanaichi. Olivia Emma Williams. And Adrian Voronetsky. For the award of Master of Arts Applied Linguistics and TESOL, Khulud Boukris. Glenda Lee Murray. Also receiving the Hera Das Memorial Prize, Tim Shortis. Samantha Sintes Barber. Rosalie Catherine Vanderpant. For the award of Masters of Arts in Intercultural Communication, Pearlwi Charalambos. Lewis James Cope. Insile Egeli, Wellings Longmore. Anna Farone. Mara Ninette Robles Lopez. Chiara Sata. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Social Policy, Chloe Ann Fulcher. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Policy, Stella Amoa. Charlie Aylett. Dana Ellen Hutsky. Deborah George. Kaylee Hagan. Hugh Musgrove. And Ruth Uren. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sociology, Paul Andrew. Lauren Ashburn. April Baldwin. Lucy Catherine Bell. Jay Burse. Gemma Brooker. Joseph Doherty. Paige Althea Alfensum. No. Alice, okay. Alice Hobday. Marina Ramella Hovian. Antonia Hunter. Rebecca James. Rizwana Khan. Also receiving the prize for the best major project in sociology, Rebecca Kinsley. Alexander Knoll. Elise Nize Mehmet. Tiana Patel. Molly Ann Richardson. Amy Simpson. Isabel Stevenson. Kate Storer. And Karine Hildebrand William. For the award of Masters of Arts Sociology, Lauren Amanda Agyamensa. Grace Anderson. For the award of Masters of Science, International Social Welfare and Social Policy, Richard Daniel Bull. Daisy Ann Flora Carter. Tony Tanika Elizabeth Page. And Stephanie West. For the award of Masters of Arts International Relations, Rachel Akpos-Biray. Paul Stephen Humphreys. Also receiving the Jessie Forbes Prize, Kashina Kistanami. Phil Jang Mabai Emil. Zamzam Hassan Mawini. Adiola Isaac Olawikiri. Pablo Pastor Calvo Giudici. And also receiving the Jessie Forbes Prize, Denitsa Ilova Pekova. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis entitled The Implementation and Potential Impact of Electronic Monitoring on Offenders in the UAE, a comparative case study, Safif Al-Wahidi. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled My Mother is a Goddess, I am an inmate here, male prisoners' attitudes towards women and their perceptions of culpability from Delhi prison, and also receiving the Ruskin Medal for Student Research, Madhumita Pandey. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Constructions of the Body Through the Gothic Idiom in 3 Radical Naturalist Novels of Alessandro Sawa, Carlos Podadera. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled A Theology of Charismatic Testimony, the Ecclesiastical Contribution of Marginal Voices, Georgian Policino. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Gender, Culture and Social Change in the Fiction of Margaret Drabble, Tala Abdallah Rashid. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Ingmar Bergman's Nested Dolls, Narrativity and Fictionality in Cinema, Saminda Sunimal Ranakwada. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Sensation Novels, Magazines and Women's Rights, Mary Elizabeth Braddon, Ellen Wood and Florence Marriott, 1872 to 1876, Anne Louise Russell. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Professor Wade, thank you. Graduates, very many congratulations. Well done on your achievements. Now, there will have been a number of graduates with whom you studied, for whom had other commitments who could not attend today's ceremony, but we should still acknowledge their success. So in their absence, will you join me in congratulating them on their achievements? We are now nearing the end of our ceremony, but first I should like to ask one of our wonderful new graduates, Kaya Thompson, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of all of those receiving awards today. Kaya.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. It is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today, from myself and on behalf of all of the students graduating at this ceremony. Firstly, I would like to address my fellow graduates. Well, here we are, graduating from Anglia Ruskin University in our chosen fields of study. I'm so incredibly proud of every individual that can or cannot be here today. Achieving a degree is no easy feat. Some of us started our time here just emerging as adults, whilst others chose to embark on this journey later in life after exploring other career options, raising families, or simply not knowing if university was right for them at the time. Despite our differences, we share this moment and many memories at Anglia Ruskin University. We share the memories of the early mornings and the late nights in the library and the study sessions, the 2 p.m. deadlines and the realistic 1:59 p.m. submissions, the last coffee and tea runs before Costa Coffee closes, and the countless yet wonderful, don't worry, I haven't started yet either, words from fellow students. The memories we have of Anglia Ruskin University would not be complete without university staff, and it is because of this, it is important that here today we give thanks to these individuals. Firstly, we need to thank our lecturers, who not only encouraged our passions and shared in our joys, but also comforted us in time of stress and exhaustion, even if this meant deciphering and responding to an incoherent email sent at 2 a.m. during a state of coffee-induced sleep deprivation. We also need to extend our thanks to the behind-the-scenes university staff that are critical in the day-to-day running of the university. Without these individuals, Anglia Ruskin University would not be the outstanding establishment it is today. So, to those working in our faculty, student services, IT, Active Anglia, the library, and throughout the university, thank you. We are so grateful for you all. Finally, we must thank our family and friends. From the shortest of text messages to the flying visits, they have constantly reminded us that, regardless of our chosen ventures, we have individuals out in the world that love, support, and care for us, and for that we are endlessly grateful. Lastly, fellow graduates, I want to thank you. Each and every one of you graduating today has faced difficulties and austerities in your life, and despite that, you have chosen to embark on a path that hopes to diminish these austerities for others. You can, and you will, all change the world in your own way. Thank you.
Kaya, thank you and very well done. I now call for one final time on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to address the new graduates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
And now will all those who've been presented to me here on stage please stand. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now ask everybody to stand for the academic procession?